Hello, whoever's watching. My name is Blank, and I like to do stuff. And today's Saturday, so it is Yu-Gi-Oh. Sadly, I did not get a chance to go to my locals today. Times are hard. It'd be all right though. But I did pick up DoomZ stuff from Premiere Week last weekend, and I have been simmering with the idea for Artmage Fiendsmith for a little bit with the DoomZ package. And I'd like to show y'all what I have here, along with like a small combo or so. But beyond that, hope everybody's day going. Hope everybody's day going. Hope everybody's day is going well. And let's get to it. First, we got a pretty simple ratio. We got 3 Medeus. We have 2 Power Patron. 2 Groflair. I know some people play 1. I know some people play 2. I personally play 2. Although I have been thinking about putting it down to 1. Although I do still like 2. It feels nice. 1 Finmel, 1 Littera. So the idea with the putting Groflair down to 1 is that so I can up Littera with still keeping a lower deck count, more to 40, to keep that consistency. But I know the percentages are low of me having like between 40 and like 43-ish. So I still just might up Litter and keep Groflair at 2. But I'll test and I'll see how I like it. But other than that, this is what I prefer. Next, we have the spells. We have 3 Acropolis. It's a good card. This and any Spell or Trap starter for the strategy. It's really good. Next, 3 Alteration. I know some people play this card at 2 as well. But I keep it at 3. It gets you to the field spell. If you already have the field spell in this, it gets you to any of your Artmage cards. It's really good. Actually, I believe it has a graveyard effect too. Yeah. It's attack negate. I've never used this effect on it actually. And special Medeus from hand. It's interesting. I see if I can work that into more of my duels. Next, we do play the Fiendsmith version. So we have 3 Etherealize. It's a starter. If you have a monster in hand, so you go ahead and throw Medeus away into the graveyard for cost with this. Look at the top card of your opponent's deck. Put it at the bottom of the top. And then Medeus, put the monster from your hand back into the deck. Summon out. And then Medeus, summon out the Artmage Power Patron. Or the DoomZ Power Patron. The new DoomZ Power Patron is really nice. But the Artmage Power Patron leans a little bit more into Fiendsmith without having to risk your board for it. But yeah, use this. Change the fusion Diectorus's attribute and type to light attribute. Or light attribute. Light Fiend and then full Fiendsmith. And then you still get full Artmage off of it. Next, we have Artmage Vandalism Assault. We have it at 2. We're playing it at 2. A nice 2. Sorry, I'm trying to not capture the glare. I know some people still play it at 3. I used to still play it at 3. I used to play it at 3. I really liked it at 3 because it just grabbed Medeus. It was really good. And then I realized, well, I can still see this card with Groflair. I can still see this card with Acropolis. I can see this card quite a lot. So, cut it down to 2 to add some of the DoomZ stuff. I might up it back to 3, but I think 2 is probably where I'm going to go. Next, I have 1 Succession, and then 1 Artmage Pact Awakening. I was going to play 2 Pact Awakening, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. You still could. It's still very viable. But then again, you still have to look at your deck count. You have to look at your percentages and how often you're going to draw it, how often you're going to use it, what situations you can play for, and all of that. And then Succession is your fusion spell. It's a quick play. It's great. Guardian Chimera, an emergency Artmage Diactorus, or an emergency Nerva. Really good. Really great. And it puts back your names. which is also really good. I have been thinking about putting this up to 2 instead. Putting Succession up to 2 instead of Awakening up to 2. Because that recycle effect is just so good in games where you need to grind and grind and grind. But that's it for the Artmage main deck stuff. If I could just get them up and moving. Next, I'm going to lead you guys through my Fiendsmith engine. It is fairly small per se. I know Droll's been running around a lot, especially at my locals and at other events. So I'm running 1 Engraver. I know, gasped, crazy, right? 1 Lacrima, pretty standard. 1 QCR Larry. We're moving up in the world. We got a nice QCR. And then 3 Fiendsmith Tract. I know this card went up in price. I got it when it was pretty cheap. Sorry to anybody who's watching this and thought this was going to be affordable. I'm very sorry. Yeah. And then 1 Paradise. Ratios are kind of a little wonky for a lot of people who are just stuck on playing 3 Engraver. I know 3 Engraver is nice, but it plays into Droll. Droll will absolutely kill it. I'd recommend 2 Engraver, 2 Tract, or 1 Engraver, 3 Tract every single time. You don't want to lose to Droll, because this deck loses to Droll enough. Yeah, 3 Tract. 3 Tract. If you see Tract along with something like your Medeus, or a similar Artmage combo, Tract first, Tract grab Larry full Fiendsmith. And then the Fiends also really help. If your Fiendsmith stuff gets stuck, and you just have, like, let's say your opponent stops the Requiem, or they imperm the Lacrima, just keep it on field. Or you could go into something like a Chaos Angel, etc. And it keeps the extra type on field. So you can have your negates, you can have your pops, you can have your quick revives, you can have all of that ready to go. Next, I'm going to show you the DoomZ package I play. It is not very big at all. I don't think you need to be playing a very big package since the cards do conflict with each other. But there's a good thing about this, is that it's the same thing as Artmage Power Patron. Power Patron DoomZ will only stop you from making anything but Xyz while it's on field as a monster. So as long as it's either equipped or it's just away, you can do whatever. Next is DoomZ Destruction. We love Colossus. We don't want the other player to draw. I know it's a scumbag tactic, but that's kind of what you got to do. Especially at these higher tier events, if you're taking this to higher tier events. DoomZ Destruction. Really good. Grabs you. What does it do? Equip the DoomZ monster from your deck to it. Yeah, we don't really play anything more than the 1 patron. You could play another DoomZ monster. I think there's the other level 4. I think I see a lot of people playing. You could play that. I haven't looked into it much. And then the equip spell that I play is Archfiend Staff of Despair. I don't really have any other equip spells I could play. I just don't have any. I found this, and so this is what I'm playing. It gets the game. Yeah, it helps get the game. And other than that, it's really cool. I like it. It's a cool card. I like playing in the deck. It's real funny when you go make DoomZ break Diactorus, and then go, okay, anyways, Destruction, next turn, Archfiend Staff of Despair, quit game. It's great. Because, like, you can break boards with this deck pretty easily. Next, we got the hand traps. I'm playing pretty conservative on the hand traps. You'll probably be surprised on what I'm playing. We got 3 Fua. No surprise here. We got 3 Imperm. And then 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I would play Ash, but I did not want to take Ash out of any of my other decks. So I've been playing this. And surprisingly, arguably get more results out of a Ghost Ogre than I do an Ash. So, hey, be a little different, like the cards. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. A lot of pretty standard ratios. Again, something to keep in mind is that Succession, probably going to up this to 2 instead of the Pact Awakening. And then probably still keep Assault at 3. Oh, that got shuffled weirdly. And then Littera and Growlithe. I think we're going to keep Growlithe to 2 and Littera up to 1. But I still want to give this a little bit more testing before I do that. Other than that, I've seen pretty good results with this deck off of stuff like Nexus and a little bit of Dueling Book. Next, we're going to go into the extra deck. Some weird stuff in here, but bear with me. We got one of the new DoomZ Break Diactorus. This card is special summoned. You can destroy one DoomZ card in hand or face-up field. Then you can destroy a monster on field. So the destruction of a monster on field isn't required. So you can affect. So it's really easy to get this destroyed, to get your DoomZ Break. So you can Colossus. And I believe this is what adds the Equip spell, right? This card is destroyed while it has DoomZ monster Amadeus Superior's material. You can take an Equip spell from the deck and add it to the hand. Or send it to the graveyard. So if I really wanted to, I could just play a different Equip spell if I could ever find one. And then probably get some graveyard plays off of it. But yeah, Archfiend Staff of Despair. I'm now just thinking about this. Archfiend Staff just adds itself back to your hand once this dies. Yeah, this is just sent to graveyard, pay 1,000, add it to the hand, so you don't even really need to add it. Wow. I didn't think about that until now. Good to know. Crazy stuff happens when you read cards. Now we got the Nerva and a second Nerva. 2 Nerva, right? I know, absolutely crazy. Why is he playing 2 Nerva? And they're in different rarities. What an insane man. But hear me out. 2 Nerva is better than 1 Nerva. I'll state that now. I find myself wanting to go into a second Nerva more times than not. And frankly, it's actually been quite wonderful. Double popping the opponent board. Double popping the opponent's board. With on their turn and then on your turn, just in case they try to make it seem like they're tough shit. But it's also really good for going per game, especially with that double 33 on board. Wait, is she level 10? She is level 10. Oh, might play some Verudrus with this saucy little tech. Next, standard 2 Diactorus. This is your on-field Omni. This is your fusion Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Not really much to say here. Good battle position changer just in case your opponent wants to play around and stall for that double loss with the new time rules. Or the attack change is also really good for Nerva. Next, we're going to go into the Fiendsmith engine. This is all you really need to play for the Artmage and DoomZ stuff. We're going to go Fiendsmith engine. 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Agnum. These are the links you play. You could play more Requiem. Just cut out a Nerva or one of the other cards I'm about to show you, I suppose. But you don't really need more than this. Everything's highly recurable in the deck because it's not like you're banishing your engraver willingly. Get to everything pretty alright. And then we have Lacrima. We have Desiree. Lacrima's pretty fun. Good for recursion. Good for setting up for the next turn. Good for setting up an end board. Good for burning, just in case your opponent has a little bit of life left. and you want to just squeeze it out like a lemon. Anyways, next, Necroquip Princess. DD Wave Hiking Caesar. We still play this. Well, I don't see why we wouldn't. Plays less than a nib. Why wouldn't you just play it? I have some people arguing me about arguing with me about it. Still play it. There's no reason not to. It's still good. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's not. And you can use your Lacrima for follow-up plays, etc. Next, last but not least, we have some of the generic stuff. We have Chaos Angel, because this deck is really good at making a full Chaos Angel. We have Guardian Chimera, QCR, oh my goodness. And then Super Starslayer Typhon Sky Crisis. I wish they'd add more cards to this like little lore thing right here. Like, they got Zeus, they got Typhon. We need like Poseidon and Hades as like cool fucking decks. Yeah, Guardian Chimera is what you usually make off of your what's that card's name? Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Succession. Normally, this is what you make. Get some nice draws off of it. Normally. Typhon, just in case you're in a little bit of a pinch, make Typhon. You can link it away, or you can Guardian Chimera it away. By Guardian Chimera it away, I mean just fuse it off. You could play something like SP Little Knight or Gorgon in the deck. It's just that this is what I have currently. I might swap around ratios a little bit, but this, I'm liking this. I'm not seeing myself go too much into variants from the deck. No IP, no SP, no Gorgon, no Silohat, like I used to be playing. Other than that, that's it for the main and extra deck. I do not have a side deck for you guys today. That's because I'm still working on my siding abilities. Given I don't have a lot of money, so siding good cards is a little bit hard for me. But we'll try and figure it out with this next coming week. So I'm gonna show you guys a small nice little combo here with the new DoomZ stuff that you can make off just Medeus. So with just the Medeus, you can go normal summon, effect to special, or add your power patron of choice. With this, you're going to summon the new DoomZ card. You're going to activate its effect. What its effect does is it lets you Xyz with one card on the field as long as its level equals its rank. You want to do this with Medeus because Diactorus likes Medeus as a material, and then he'll equip himself to it. Diactorus on summon will pop the DoomZ. And now you don't want to destroy anything. You don't want to destroy any monsters on field unless your opponent has one. Don't destroy your Diactorus. You need this guy on field for your Colossus. DoomZ effect, when it is destroyed as an equipped spell, I believe. If this card is destroyed... If this card is just destroyed, you can add a DoomZ card from deck to hand. So you'll activate this, and you'll add, you guessed it, DoomZ Destruction. Any other card in your hand is an extender, and it is a really good extender, because this right here, this can turn skip, or this can just end boards, depending on what you're going against. And then you flip this up, equipped, on your opponent's turn, they can't add anymore. But that's it for the little DoomZ package. I'll show you all a regular Artmage combo here as well. I haven't really been showing combos at the end of my videos, I suppose. You know what? We'll go with just the Medeus again. So off just one Medeus, you can go normal summon Medeus. Normally, you'd always want to go into the Artmage line if you can, as long as your opponent hadn't de-barriered Artmage. This is what helps push your game. This gives you a more stable end board. You'll activate the Artmage Power Patron, diffuse, putting both in grave. Then you'll summon Diactorus. You'll go Effect of the Power Patron to add an Artmage spell or trap to your hand. Here's what you'll add. Oh, you'll add the Acropolis. Given you should also have like a random spell or whatever to have in hand, which is why this is also good to have, because it just keeps. I say it keeps. It recurs itself for the measly cost of 1,000 life points. So let's just use this for the meantime. Just treat it as any random spell or trap. You'll activate your field spell. You'll get the additional normal summon of Amadeus. That doesn't terribly matter right now. You'll then activate it by sending your spell of the spell of your choice. You'll declare Growflair. You search your deck for your Growflair. And hope to God your opponent doesn't draw here. And then what you'll do, you'll activate his effect. Keep in mind this is an activated effect. This is an inherent summoning condition. I've seen a lot of people claim this is a inherent summoning condition or a effect that doesn't start a chain. It does start a chain. It's sad, but these cards would be way too broken if they didn't. So what it'll do is he'll special summon himself, and then in sequence to the resolution of this effect, it'll also set an Artmage spell. Depending on your hand, mostly you'd either want to go for Assault or Alteration. If you already have Alteration in hand, grab Assault. If you have Assault in hand, set the Alteration. If you have both in hand, set Succession. You cannot set a trap off of Growflair. He only does spells. But let's say you really didn't have anything, go with Alteration. Because you already have your field spell up, you can activate your Alteration, grab any Artmage card from your deck. What I normally grab here would be Littera. You could grab Littera, or if you wanted to extend your combo for a little bit longer, you could just straight up grab Awakening. I'll show you the Awakening line. It's fine. So grab Awakening. Yeah. So grab your Awakening. Activate your Acropolis again. Send the Awakening. Declare Littera. Grab Littera. Go Effect of Littera. See if the opponent has a response. If they don't, summon her successfully. What she'll do, she'll grab your Awakening. You know what you're going to do with this? You're going to activate your field spell again. Send it. You're going to declare Finmel. Wherever Finmel is, there she is. And then once you've declared Finmel, you add her. Next, you'll activate her. I'll move this stuff to the side. You'll summon her. She'll draw you a card. Whatever card. If it helps extend, it helps extend. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's alright. Now that you have all of this on board, right, this is what you want your board to look like. It doesn't look like much, I know. A level 3 monster with 1800 defense, or a level 5 in defense with 1500. You want Finmel in attack. She's a bulky lady. But you have to look at their effects. Their effects are all incredibly important for this deck. Finmel is what you get when you combine a monster with Dark Ruler No More and the attack having of Forbidden Droplet. Great card. It really only works if you have 3 or more monsters on field, but you load up your field with monsters, so it doesn't terribly matter. Littera can revive one of your Artmages from grave, so you can do a bunch of fusion plays, interactions, such as summoning out your Power Patron to make Nerva, using it, your used up Finmel or your used up Growflair. You can keep Littera on field. You like keeping Littera on field because you can just keep doing stuff. Given, if you know you have game and you can get game next turn, I do suppose you could just use the Littera and then one of these two, along with your Power Patron. But you'd want to make sure at least one of these are used up. Either your Growflair's used up or your Finmel's used up. Now Growflair, he's MST. He's an MST dragon. That's the best I can say. Target pop a spell. Or a trap. Whatever. Same thing with Finmel. Only works if you have 3 or more monster types on field. Diactorus, your hot red dragon, Archfiend Abyss, but in fusion form. He'll grab. He's an Omni for just on-field cards. But if he's destroyed, sent to graveyard, summon a Amadeus, make this board again. If you don't make this board again, you can make something similar. Even on your opponent's turn. Ending on a Diactorus with a Nerva on field, or ending on a Diactorus with roughly these 2 on field. It's always good. If this deck has any more fusion cards that come out, it'll definitely get a bump in power, like a massive bump in power as long as they're good. I have been testing this out with Branded recently. The cards with Branded worked very well as well. Branded bridges, now that Branded Fusion is back at 2, it bridges even easier. You can play a smaller Branded package, or you can play a smaller Artmage package. You still roughly want to just keep 3 of these with the 3 Medeus. You can cut Power Patron down to 1, but 2 is pretty optimal. In that specific version, what I was talking about earlier, 2 Alteration is fine. You can play the Awakening. You only really need 1 or 2 of the field spell. But beyond that, that is all I have to say. That's all I have to do. Anyways, I hope you... Oh, I shook my camera. How dare me. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good night, good day, good evening, wherever you are. Peace.